so far. Sorry about that. All right. Let's see. Let me know if that's coming through a little bit better. Thanks for patience there. But yeah, so ultimately where we're at here is on the environment. Let me turn on the grid map here, grid labels, so you can kind of see what's going on. This does break things, I think, because I think the way I have it implemented, let me check something real quick. I think I implemented it where it can turn on and off. No, I just did it in the ready, so yeah, we're good. Oh, weird. Okay, that is interesting. That's very interesting. It should have been instant. Yeah. It's my connection looks much more stable. I don't know what the what the issue was, but that's all right. All right. Oh man, I'm dropping frames again. Yeah, there are those solar storms tonight, right? So maybe those solar storms are impacting Cox somehow. Yeah, I could check. CPU usage. I'm sitting at like 44% CPU usage. So my CPU is not doing too bad here. Also my, I think I'm streaming off my GPU. Maybe not. I think I'm doing hardware acceleration though on my GPU. I'll have to check that. But no, this actually, OBS is actually only using 2.8% of my CPU. So I don't think it's a CPU issue. Maybe. I mean, it did happen when I started opening this up. Which I guess if my GPU, anyway, troubleshooting. But yeah, that's what the grid looks like. So basically what I can do then is I can take a number on this grid, right? And just spawn an emitter on top of that grid number. And I think that works out pretty well. So ultimately, I think that'll be pretty easy. Now the grid number, one thing to note is the grid number is actually like actual space divided by 2. So like where I'm standing right now is actually 28 -2. Let me see if I can get this minimized here. I need to go, let me go modify this where it's not borderless. I think borderless is challenging. Let's see. At least for streaming. Alt F4. All right. So yeah, you can see she was at like 14 -1 or something. If we look at her actual thing here, 1 second. You know, it does happen when I open up, hit the play button. So it could be CPU usage, I guess. I wonder if what I can kill some stuff here. I never thought about CPU usage dropping frames, but yeah, you're probably right here. Interesting. Let me close some things. All right, 1 second. All right. I usually don't have problems though. Yeah, maybe so. I do have priority on set on OBS, but it thinks it has 15 instances. What is OBS browser page? Huh. Oh, I know what never mind. That's like all my little widgets and things. Nothing's really taking up a lot of CPU. I'm at like 27%, but maybe when I go to open the game, right, it could slow down quite a bit. So let me see. Do I have a lot of Chrome open? Chrome is super heavy on CPU usage, right? All right. well, we'll see what happens. I mean, worst case scenario, it sounds like it's doing pretty good. All right, we'll go with it. We'll go with it. Anyway. So yeah, so Arya, you saw she was like 14, -1. All right, let's see. Close this out. So if I like actually go to her, you can see she's at 29 and 1, right? So there's some math to translate from actual position to grid position. I think she's actually at 14 and 0. What that really means though is that I just need to multiply or divide everything by 2 to get the grid position. I already passed the right coordinates, I think, in for a spell. So this might actually be pretty easy. The way that works right now when I have a new spell is down here in my priority container, I believe. Yeah, so I create a magic node, and basically it creates a node in my scene tree that just kind of hangs out and says, "Hey, I'm magic. I've got a priority. I've got speed. I've got all these stats," and then it goes from there. So yeah, I'm dropping like 7% still. Anyway, I'll stop thinking about it. But I think all I really need to do here, see this magic cell spot, is for each magic cell spawn an emitter. So if I say for cell in magic cell, oh, actually, I don't want to do it here. I want to do it when the spell actually casts. So I probably want to do it in casting. And I'll make this super simple right now. Like under casting, what I'll probably do is say, let's see, for cell and current magic dot, was it magic cells? Magic cells, yeah. And I think right now all I have to do is say that and just do print cell. And that should at least give me, hey, every time you cast a spell, here are the cells. This is obviously super easy. I'm just gonna do this step by step though. Let's see. Here's a, oh, well. I was about to test it and say, hey, here's a test on if I'm gonna drop a bunch of frames when I hit play, but it was already tanking. So I don't think it's CPU usage. I'm sitting way low on CPU. I think it's just internet, I guess. I'll have to talk to my ISP and tell them that I've got an issue with them. All right, we'll see. If it gets unbearable, let me know and I'll call it. Yeah, it is super annoying though. It could be, I don't know if like cable internet, if solar storms impact them. I guess they're probably nationwide and they probably have networks going places. I guess there probably is some sort of electromagnetic interference possible, but I feel like that'd be I don't know, it's possible. It's also doing it when I hit play, so all right, let's see. So let's just cast a spell real quick. Oh, it didn't stay borderless. I'll fix that. Ah, yeah, good point. You're probably right. You are probably right. Oh, it broke. Okay, so it didn't like that. Also, while I'm here, let me turn. Yeah, it could be a combination of something too. I really don't like my ISP. There is a tool that I have that kind of works. That takes I don't know exactly how it works, but it does clean like the internet up a little bit. It makes things work a little better. But I have like a demo version, so I can't remember what it's called. But it actually kind of works for making connections more stable. So maybe I just need to go talk to Cox and say, hey, you guys have a problem with your router. See what happens. Okay, so I didn't like this for some reason. Current magic So let's see. Magic node dot. Oh, it's dot target cells, not magic cells. Okay. So dot target cells. Let's see. So then print cell. All right. And then what I can do here is, let's try it. Now let me first real quick turn off borderless. All right. Let's see, there's full screen. I should, if I don't have borderless, be good. We will check. All right. Man, yeah, I'm dropping a lot of frames. Curious why. Okay, good. As long as the sound's stable, I'm probably okay, because that'd probably be the annoying part. All right, so let's just do it. All right, so let's see. So now when I cast a spell, game looks pretty smooth. It's running pretty smoothly for the most part. What if I should try a different USB port? Maybe that USB port. That's a problem. All right, so that should be enough data here. Let's go back to this. So yeah, see, these are my things. So it actually is giving the coordinates, not the cells. So I think what I need to do then is then create a new node that is an emitter. So basically, let's look. If I want a 3D scene node that is an emitter, what is that called here? Maybe it's a 2D? I don't think so. Let's see. Could be. Let me check what these other emitters are. They might be 2D scenes. Nodes. Cool. That's not bothering me. I just figured it'd be annoying if it was going out a lot. I don't know what the problem is. I'll call Cox in the morning and see what they have to say. I'll have them explain themselves. Let's see. One thing I was going to do real quick is, let's see. So I'm getting the, oh, you still got that on your screen. Okay. So I'm getting the right coordinates here, but it's coming back in coordinates. So I need to multiply by 2. I'm going to try to find real quick the emitter nodes, like these. What kind of node is that? It's called the GPU particle 3D. So ultimately, that's what I need to create here. GPU particles 3D. And then if I look in my 3D space, for now, one thing I can actually do here, I think, is copy my dust ones, like these dust particles, because they honestly already are pretty similar to what I want. But we'll say like spell emitter. Yeah. I'll call them and say, Cox, explain yourselves. No context, no anything. So this is what this looks like. It's just dust, right? I mean, it's like a one shot thing. So instead, what I want to do is, it will be one shot, I guess. I don't want it to be gray. Let me see if I can change the color. I think, honestly, I'm already using a fire. I know it kind of looks like smoke, but I think I'm actually using like a fire thing just kind of painted. Let me see. No, this is a smoke texture. Let me see. I do have a fire texture though. Let's see what I got. Let's see. Oh, interesting. So I gotta see. Let me think. That's a fire flip book. Let me take the one from my weapons real quick. That'll probably actually be a little bit easier just to steal. Let's see. Open. Oh, that's just my resource. Let me go find the actual scene here. Yes, I can, and I do. Like the, if you notice, like on my weapons, right? Whenever I cast different elements of spells, it modifies the emitter on there. The way that's implemented is actually pretty simple. Let me go up to weapons. I think it's actually up here. Yeah, let me go to the short sword. Oh, that's the shader. Where are my scenes for these? Okay, we can use the halberd. They're all the same. So I use like these element effects. See that? And depending on the spell you're using, changes the color. So that's all it does. And it's a pretty good effect. So yes, and I can change the texture as well, right? So like if I have fire and ice or whatever it is, right? I can change all of that real time just by pointing to different files or different colors. So it's all pretty configurable at runtime. So I'm gonna use that one actually. It's called dust. Oh, maybe I kept my dust particle one and didn't copy. Element. Oh, I have to open up. Okay. So element effect. Yeah, this is I think a pretty good way to do this sort of thing. Okay, so there. A couple things I want to change is, let's see, that does look like fire, which is nice, but I want to, let's see, the AABB, basically that doesn't matter, I don't think too much. Where is this? It's not in, it's in the pass here. Okay, that's helpful. And then what I want to do here, then there's a generation box. Is it this? Yeah, okay, so spawn position, it's a spawn box of 1 by 1. I think I actually want to make this a 2 by 2. Maybe I do want to make it a 1 by 1. It's fine, I'll just spawn in the middle of the box. Yeah, okay, so that actually is like a 1 by 1. Then what I can do is, in velocity, I think what I can do here, let's see, is just creating an initial velocity of like 1 upwards, right? Something like that. So like whenever you start, maybe like faster even. And what I'll do is just have it like one shot. Like that. So like fire. And depending on how big the spell is, you would do different amount of fire. I think that works pretty well, at least for the concept, right? I mean, I can play with it later. I can also set the color. I can make all of them the same right now. I will probably work on getting like an ice texture. The way this works is kind of cool. This right here is a, let me see if I can open up the file. It's a flip book with all of the fire animations. So you can use that as particles, like a particle emitter, and it flips through that flip book, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, this looks pretty good. Cool. Let me go ahead and change the color on it so it's fire colored. Let's see. Oh, let me check what this transform is. I wonder. Oh, okay. I know why. Let's see. It's gonna be a lot bigger, I think. Yeah, that's cool. I'm using these for like weapon stuff, so all of them are like very custom to fit around the weapon. All right, let's see if the material veto, maybe it's material override. It's not material override. Interesting. Where am I setting the color of this? Let me check this real quick. I want to. Yeah, it doesn't need to spin. I could spin, I guess. Let's undo that. Because that might be cool. Like, right? Like some radial velocity. That's probably too much. All right, maybe I'm going a little overboard. What's orbit velocity? Let's do this real quick. Let me turn off one shot and just have it go. And then let's try out some of these things, because like they will all kind of happen at the same time. Maybe it doesn't have to do any kind of spinning or anything, but I think it could be cool. Let's check. Oh, it's way too much. All right. Yeah, it's just dispersing too much, I think, is the problem. I could put a curve on there. That kind of does like a starts kind of low and speeds up as it gets to the top or something. That could be kind of cool. I think I'm getting too much into it. Let's just keep it simple for now. I do want to check what this orbit velocity is, though. Oh, that's way too wild. Okay. Doesn't matter. Okay. Let me check what is driving this color on here. Is there a color display? Color. Okay. Yeah. So I think that's a pretty good fire. I can set the color just with every spell. I think. I think fire will have this. I don't know what the other ones will do, but for now, let's just use the fire. Okay. So let me save this scene. We're going to set this as fire emitter, or maybe just spell emitter. And save that. We'll save that under art, magic, spell emitter. So let's go back to here. Go back to my script. I don't want it to be on all the time. I actually want to spawn a new one. So let's go down here to where I spawn things. Yeah. I think once I'll get it working, I'll probably will go back. I really think it could be cool if it was like when it comes up, right? It spins on the spots. The only thing I was thinking though is if it goes in like 4 spots, right? Like say it goes to 4 squares, it might look a little bit weird with the orbital. We'll see. But anyway, let's see. So let's see here. Let me go to priority container because this is where it's generating these nodes. I think what I need to do is set like okay, so that's creating a new node there. I'm trying to remember how to do this. I think it's this. I think it's just .new. So let's try this real quick. So if I go to casting, Yeah, yeah. Maybe I could do wind like that, right? I mean, like, because there's a wind element. I could just do wind, be like the smoke, and go up in a whirlwind. I could also do some of the attack things. I could set it on myself, like whenever I do like my fire blade or something. You could be engulfed in flames or something. That could be cool. Sweet. I'm glad it fixed it. I messed with my thing and we yelled at Cox. We said, Cox, explain yourself on the internet. That's their magic word. Once you say that, Cox has to respond. They have to make your internet better. It's just physics. So let's see. So let me do this. Let me say variable. We'll say emitter node. We'll export that. And we're going to make it just the type of node. What this is going to let me do is I'm just going to pick from here what that node is. So I'll go to the file system. I'll go to art, magic, spell emitter. Assign it. Yeah. they have birds all over the place. I agree. They're camping out. Oh, that should not be a node. That should be a scene. Is scene a option? There's not a type scene. It's a node. What I want is definitely a node. I just want to, let me think how to do this. So I want to like instantiate. I guess I haven't had to do like a lot of like instantiating things. I just had to turn things off and on. Here I need to actually build one up. So that's interesting. So scene, maybe it is scene tree. We'll try scene tree. I don't think this is type scene tree, but that's okay. No. Okay. Export can only be built in a resource, a node, or an enumeration. So I guess I can't pick that. Oh, you know what? I do spawn in the weapons. So that would be a good starting point for my code. Let's see. Is that on ready? Let's see. Where do I spawn in the weapons? I know up here I say where are my weapons at? Maybe I don't in the player script, which would be kind of weird. Oh, it's probably part of the load stats, which would be kind of annoying. I don't think that's the case. Nope. Let's see. I mean, I can just search weapon. It's all right. Oh, it's up there. How did I not see that? Okay, so those are just assigned weapons, assigned weapon 2. And then what do I do here? Oh, I dot add child. Okay, I think I'm remembering this. Let's see. Dot add weapon, dot remove weapon. Did I make functions for that? I don't think I did. Maybe I put it on my hand, which may make sense, I guess. What we got here? Okay, this does spawn them into place, but not. Let's see, switch weapon, connect. Add child, okay. Yes. Okay, this is the code I need. Yeah. All right. Pretty good. Okay, so every time I cast a spell, I don't want that. I just say emitter node. This is on ready, but I really want it. I'll just make a new function here. That is function spawn emitters. and then we'll spawn it on cells. And so a variable node equals load dot emitter node. Argument 1 should be a string, but a scene tree. Okay. So emitter node equals. Oh, we can export this actually. String, because it's a resource. Export. That's a way better way to spell export. So then what I can do is I can come here. I can copy the path. Go back here. And I can, that's it, okay. Character. Go ahead and comment those out for a second. All right, emitter node. Do I need quotes? Probably not. It probably knows it's a string. All right, so I've got that now. So then what I would do is I would say load emitter node. Variable instance equals node.instantiate. Okay. No, I'd say instance.name equals, I don't really care actually. What I want is for cell in cells instance. Actually, I want to do all of this. Let's see. Okay. So for cell and cells, what I'm doing here is saying, hey, for every cell in the cells, go ahead and load an emitter node, create it, and instance dot position equals cell, and I want to multiply it by 2, I think. Okay. I think the chance of this working isn't great. I don't think it's bad. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think it's great. I'm also going to go back to my project settings. You probably can't see this. And change this back to not full screen. Just maximized. That's going to help me out while I'm streaming. All right, so let's see. That I think looks pretty good. And so then here, right, I would say just spawn emitters, and it'd be current magic.target cells. It's like that's pretty good. I agree, but I always have like 50% confidence, and like 50% of the time it works, right? But yeah. So yeah, I don't think I've dropped any frames until I started running my game. Encoding overloaded. So yeah, I 100% think now that it's has to do with CPU usage. I'm not sure why I'm using more CPU today than at other times. Kind of weird. Let's close some tabs maybe. Pretty weird. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, maybe I do need that. 50% of the time works 80% of the time. Agree. Maybe I do need that MacBook Pro. Man, it's dropping inputs now. Interesting. Encoding overloaded. I think I'm overloading my GPU. Let me do something real quick. Let me turn off the grid. Because actually, I think that grid label takes a lot of resources. I've never gotten that encoding overloaded error. My game, yeah, I don't have a separate stream machine. I do have a second computer that I'm setting up as a second stream machine. It probably will help. I am overloading my encoding, so maybe I should switch to CPU encoding instead of GPU encoding. Huh. Maybe that would help. Okay, but this is okay. It's better now. All right, let me cast a spell here. Oops. That's a glitch I need to fix too. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we get. All right, obviously that did not work, but let's look at this. There's this cool function here called remote, which is pretty cool. And it lets you kind of see your current smooth as chocolate. It's golden like a pack of peppers. Let's see. So I'm instantiating a node. Let me see if I can filter this. What do I call these? Spell emitter. Okay, it did not instantiate the node. It did print my cell numbers. So that worked. Node equals load emitter node. Okay, emitter node is this. So it loaded this, or should have. And then what it should have done, like a pack of peppers, that's right. And then it should have instantiated it and then set that instance to be cell times 2. I don't think it actually instantiated it. It did get there, I think. Let's see. Why would it not have instantiated that node? Let me go look at the... Let's see. Let's look up symbol for load. I think it's just, yeah, I think that works. It's possible that I'm not like setting it as a child of anything, but I think it should be a child. Just this code, I think should set it as a child of this casting magic node. It's obviously not. So I've got to look and see, like, when I do this, which is basically the same code, am I missing something? I use the same variables, so that shouldn't make a difference here. I could set the instance name just to something so I can find it. It's possible that it's like instantiating it and putting it somewhere weird. I don't think it is, but I can check that. So I could do just instance.name. Instance.name equals, we'll say like just spell emitter. But here's the deal. We're gonna set it to I, because if I don't set it to I, it will break, because I'll have to have multiple scenes being instanced or nodes being instanced, and that won't be good. And so we'll do I. We can actually do string of spell emitter, comma, I guess spell emitter underscore, comma, I. So that should set the name of it. Let's save this. And then actually I can keep this running. Oh, stack underflow. Interesting. Engine bug. Let's close this. That's some of the problems you get sometimes when running Godot. Sometimes you get weird bugs when you try to do like hot swapping code, where you just try to save over code while you're running it. It works a lot of times, but sometimes it messes up a bit. All right, let's see how this works. Let's see what happens. All right. Pull that out. Cast some fire. Okay. So obviously no fire. I mean, I get fire on my weapon for some reason. Okay, so let's see. So it did this, and now it did an instance name. So let's look for spell emitter. So it's not actually creating it. It's loading the node. I'm positive, right? Because of that, but yeah, I'm sure a lot of engines have that problem. Interesting. What's it? Spell or caps? What is that called? Case sensitive? Cap sensitive? All right. Interestingly, let's see if I'm missing part of this code. Like maybe I do something else with it up here. Let's see. I could set the parent of the instance. This is what I'm missing. All right. So I'm going to test it. I'm going to do self.addChild. Self.addChild instance. Let's see if I can hot swap code this time. No underflow error. Oh, nope. I got an underflow error. I've been pretty successful doing that a lot of times. I'm really actually pretty surprised that it's having such problems. All right. Hey, I do think it's better, and I did close like 2 tabs in Chrome. So maybe I'm operating right on the edge of my CPU usage, like in spikes. So I just gotta be careful here. All right, let's see. I'll have to review. Honestly, I think just having a second machine running to do the stream is probably the way to go. Yeah, you're probably right. It could actively be using that selection of code, and so when I swap it doesn't like it. All right, see what we got. Okay, I don't see any things popping up. Let's see here if yeah, you're right. It very well could be. All right. It did create them. It at least created one of them. Let's see. Which has a... Oh, you know what? Watch this. Oh, it is on. I was going to say maybe it's not on. Where's it at? Position is 0, 0, 0. So... Oh, but this position is... Where 0, 0, 0. Huh. So it shouldn't be. But what I can do is just raise it up to like 5. 0, 0, 0 is fine. Let me go look back at here. Let's see if I can see it. All right. This is about 0. Let me raise it up a little further. Raise it up to 10. Let me turn volumetric fog off. Environment. That is in my world environment. Let me just do it in the local side. Wait a second. Oh, let me go back to my main. I was like, wait, I lost all my scene things. All right. Let me turn volumetric fog off real quick. Or at least let me put the density down to like 0.01 or something. Okay. So let's see. I don't see it anywhere under here. Interesting. It could also be really small. Let's make it really big. Go back to here. Oh, it actually did make all of these nodes. Scale 100. All right, I don't think it exists. All right, I'm gonna real quick take a real quick break, and I'll be right back in like 2 minutes. But yeah, I'll see you here in just a second. Should grab a water real quick. All right. While I was out, did you see the thing? Not sure why it's not showing up anywhere. It obviously exists. Let's see. See if I can find it. Saw no things. I'm gonna see if I can find it somewhere. Maybe it's floating around. I mean, I did make it 100 times scale. I don't see it, so probably not. Let's see here. Try not to chew into the mic because I eat my Star Crunch. Position. Let me put it at like 14. That's fine. 28, I guess. Let me put this at like 30. I'm not sure why. I'm not really sure why we wouldn't be able to see it. It obviously exists. Like, let me check something. If I just instantiate it, right? Like, okay, so on here, if I just say on casting magic, if I just instantiate it, right? So 0, 0's back there, which is interesting. Transform, and I moved it up to 10. So it'd be up there. I still can't see it, so it's not that. Let's see, what if I make it 1,000 times? Okay. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up. I don't know if they have a view like that. It might. I'm not really sure. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the viewports that are available. I don't know, there's like a cinematic preview, but I think that's looking at the camera. So I'll check. Let's see why wouldn't I be able to see this, right? Like, I mean, if I go here, oh, you know what? This is why. It's a one shot that's on. Well, now I can't see it at all. Why is it up there? What is happening? All right, 1 second. Okay, 0. I think that's my problem, though. I think it's a one shot that... I think if I turned off one shot, it would work. Let's do that. Oh, one shot is off. Now it's just not working. Hey, this was working like 10 minutes. So it's called the game port and the scene viewport. I'll have to look it up. This was working like 10 minutes ago. And I changed nothing. What happened? What is happening? Let's go back to like here. Now what happens if I turn it on? Interesting. I mean, this was absolutely working, right? I'm not going crazy. Okay. So I'm wondering what happened. That's really strange. Let me do this real quick. Let's make sure. Make sure other particle effects things work. None of my, oh yeah, those ones are working. Okay, those are working fine. Okay. So I go here. Let's see something. Let's make my size big again. I kind of messed up by resetting everything. I guess I just don't save, right? Don't save. I don't think so. I tried doing that, and this one actually should be pretty big. So it shouldn't be the case that I have to zoom way in. Okay, it should clearly be. All right, let me make that 1. Reset position, reset rotation. And let's make it 100. So I mean, it should be huge now. Did my flip book get on its side? I was playing with it. But no, this is my flip book. Right here. Let me do this real quick. Let's just reset. I did have some overflow stuff. Let me just save real quick. I'll reset Godot real fast. Maybe it's an engine bug. That was weird. Pretty strange. I don't know what to say. All right. Let's see what happens now. Yeah, agree. Hopefully it didn't save like the issues. I mean, it's not working now. Yeah. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Something had to just like have turned off, right? I mean, this can't be. Keep that in for speedrunners. Like, excuse me. Let's see. So this still has radio velocity, which obviously I changed before. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to delete this element effect because obviously something's just broken with the element effect. I'm gonna go back into my particle effects, go grab this element effect because it didn't take very long to redo, and just rebuild it. I don't know what happened. I definitely weird, but we'll take it back. Pretty strange. I'll have to go look at the VOD and see if I like actually made any changes. Maybe I did make changes, but I thought I was well outside of this. All right, like I do not remember making any changes here. Let's reset these transforms. And then let me go to materials. Okay. Process material. Spawn. Reset these. 1, 0. Initial velocity of 1. I guess I might do like 1 and 1.5, just so there's some like variation to it. Animated velocity. Don't worry about radial velocity right now. Oh, there's where gravity could work. Maybe that's what I should do. Gravity at -1. And do like no initial velocity. Gravity at 1. Okay. Color curves, reset. And then size, reset. Okay. Yeah, I must have just broke something with the effect. Not sure what. I'm going to move this up in position like 1. Wow, 1's a long way. How this might be super small. Okay, so let me go to the spawn location. And mission shape scale. Make it flat. And then actually let me give it like a 10 gravity. Oh yeah, it's looking better. Maybe like a 5. I think something like that looks a little better. I gotta be right back. My son woke up. And sorry, I'll be right back. All right. Very good. So yeah, I think that looks pretty decent. Let me check set this back. All right, so let me spawn that in and see what happens. So nothing else should have changed. I'll name it spell emitter. Let me make sure all my scripting is the same. All right. Okay, so yeah, I don't need to necessarily. Wait a second. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure it's. I think it does instance okay, but I'm gonna make sure that it's actually going. For some reason, this isn't. Is this on? It's on. The same thing. Look at that. It was literally just working like 2 seconds ago. I literally just saved it. Okay. All right. This I did change. Okay. This is how close you are, how far you are zoomed away when it shows up. So, yeah, I don't want that. I thought I had that at 0, 0, but I guess maybe it went back. Okay. Maybe I don't understand what that thing does. All right. Well, it's not super broken now. Weird. Okay. Okay, let's just try to reinstantiate it. I know it's working. Clearly working. So now if I instantiate it. Look at that. From underneath it. But yeah, that is working. Okay. So now let's try the code. Let me look at the code again. Okay, I like it. It looks good. See what happens. That's weird. I gotta look up what visibility AABB is. Maybe I just don't understand what visibility AABB is at all. Visibility AABB. Look at that. Open up a Chrome window and my starts tanking. I'll look that up offline. We'll see if that works. All right. Man, my CPU is not happy. Oh, it's my GPU. One moment. My GPU is freaking out for some reason. There we go. All right. It's probably because I'm using more effects, maybe. I'm not sure. Let's do something real quick about that. One moment. Let's turn shadows off for now. So let's see. I'll turn them down at least. Yeah. But I'm not even running that effect yet, I guess, really, right? And I really have never had problems. The game usually runs buttery smooth. I could need a computer reset as well, right? I might just need a reset on computer. Maybe there is something going on that's causing some problems. It's fine. I do think I want to get this stream PC set up ASAP, and I think that would help a lot. Okay, it looks terrible now, but it's running good. So. All right. So let's see what happens. I mean, that's pretty cool. It'll be a one shot. Let's see, and I guess it's underneath the map, kind of. So I think I need to say like plus vector 3 0 1 0. Move it up a little bit because I'm not seeing the bottom of the fire. So we have that, and then let's see. I'm gonna go back here and see if I can go back to this. All right. So that worked pretty well, except I do need them to be one shots. I think that's the only thing I really need to change here. Let's see what happens. You know what? It's going to default at 0. So what I need to do is, in my script, I'll close this. In my script, I need to say, hey, be a one shot. And then once. So instantiate it, play it, and then after it plays, free up that memory. So delete it. And I think I'm ready to do that. Let me look real quick one more time at how this looks. I guess I'll walk into it so we can see somebody get toasted. Oh, it broke. Okay, it wants a vector 3i. Picky. All right, it wants vector 3i instead of vector 3. That's fine, I can give it that. I'm gonna go ahead and say though, after add the child, I'm gonna say instance dot emitting equals true. All right. I won't delete it yet, because then I need to go free that queue. Yeah, free that queue, free that memory, I guess. The function's called queue free. I don't know what it does. Beyond. Free up the memory. Delete it. I've got 2 white noise generators essentially in my room right now. So I've got a filter on the mic that's supposed to take out that noise. And I think it does a pretty good job, but it also means I have to talk right up next to the mic. for it to pick me up. All right, let's see what this looks like. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it kind of did. It kind of crashed. I just didn't like the code. All right, let's see. So it didn't like instance.emitting. Let's see if it still has the error. No, that's unfortunate. It did lose the error. Let's go ahead and just let's see. Instance.emitting equals true. Why? Oh, it's instance. Actually get to instance.get node. Yeah, I agree. Get node element effect dot emitting. I think that'll work. Yeah, I mean, you would hear this. Oh. Well, never mind. That monitor is not picking up. 1 second. So I've got 2 of those right next to me. Man, this monitor system has some delay in the inputs, and it's causing some issues. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's turn it off and on. All right, so let's look at this. Man, it's back to running super slow. It feels really random, right? Like why it's running super slow. I'm not sure what's up. Maybe it's just not my day. My computer is telling me that it did not want to stream on a Tuesday. It said wait for Wednesday. No, I think what I plan on doing is having Ableton and OBS running on one PC, this running on another PC, and I think that makes everything a lot better. I can share the essentially the effects chain I have with you. It's pretty simple. Man, I do not know what's going on with let me pull up Task Manager. I'm having all sorts of issues. I guess my memory is running really high. Yeah. My PC's not happy. I'm gonna close these out. Kind of thinking it could be that. Maybe they run in the background. I don't know how efficient. Godot is. Let's see. Didn't change much. Obviously, this is running a whole lot more of my GPU, but that seemed to help a little bit. I think I must be right on the edge of GPU capabilities. It may be time to upgrade. All right, let's see what we got. I mean, that did look pretty decent. Like, I mean, it was off, right? Like it was offset by some amount because everything was on the corner. So I need to, let's see. Let's go back to my script here. So I think both of these I need to do -1. Is that right? Let's see. It needs to be positive X, positive Z, I think. So I think it needs to be +1 on both of these sides. Yeah, I agree. I will probably have to update as my game gets bigger. Luckily, I think this is like the most. I mean, I could probably use more polygons. I did have to like take the texture of the ground because I made the ground texture and stuff. I did have to take that texture in Blender and like subdivide it or get rid of subdivisions, essentially make it easier to handle pretty significantly. So, yeah, okay. Let's see this. Man, it's choppy now. See, it feels so random. Like the last time I ran it, it was perfectly smooth. It was fine. And now it is all over the place, which makes me think there must be something else hogging memory, which it could be. I do have an encoding overload. And like Chrome, I don't have much open in Chrome. So I don't think it's Chrome. So it could be, who knows? All right. Well, we'll deal with it for a second because I think I'm about done anyway here. It's obviously tired of streaming. We did kind of meet our goal today. A little bit off with the technical issues. Hopefully tomorrow's is much better. Man, it's eating my inputs. All right. Yeah, I don't think it's Chrome. I don't know what's taking my memory so much. I looked at Task Manager. It didn't really seem like anything major. But I'll have to check. I think my computer probably just needs a restart, to be honest. I haven't restarted in a little bit. Maybe it's mad at me. All right, that looks pretty good. The timing is obviously off. So let's close this. So what I would need to do, I think, is maybe move this from here to attack complete. Oh, right here. Hey, RMCTO2. How's it going? We are working on a tactical RPG. It's called Chronicles of Virtue. Working on some animations for the it's clipping. Interesting. Working on some animations for the. Let me check my clip. Let's see. I'm not showing clipping on this side, but maybe. Okay. I'll have to look at that. But yeah, working on some animations on for some of the spells. Having some technical issues today. My computer, it could be that too. Having some issues with my computer. It's slugging along. First I was dropping some frames and now it's going real slow. I'm going to take some of the shadows off of here. I think my computer needs a good reset. It's telling me it's about time to be done. But yeah, so in this game, the kind of premise is at some point, magic's introduced into the world that had never been there before. So you're going to be learning magic along with the enemies. So interesting concept for a tactical RPG, I think. These are all 3D sprites. Yeah, these are all 3D sprites or 3D, not even sprites, 3D models. So I think it's just my computer is really struggling right now. I'm not sure what's going on there. Let me close some stuff here, maybe. Let's see what happens. Now you're good. I'm at least try closing PowerPoint. We were doing some design earlier in PowerPoint. Maybe that's been the issue all along. I'm about to call it a night though, because my computer is really not playing well with me here. I think we've exhausted what the possible issues could be. Oh, nice. That's cool. No, it's exciting. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. That's pretty cool. Are you streaming it anywhere? Do you have any place I could check it out? Nice. Nice. Congrats on the first. All right. Let's see if this fixes it. No. Man, I have never had a problem with this game being choppy. And it's possible that, you know, some of the changes I'm making are make it more. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. I could try that. I'll do that. I want to test out this real quick. I'm just going to struggle through the choppiness for a second. But cool. Yeah, I'll check that out. I'll see if I can catch you sometime. Is your game 3D game? I guess it's a Mirror's Edge, so yes, right? Oh, this is like unplayable. Hey, the good news is I don't think I'm dropping frames anymore. Even though it looks all choppy, I think that's all just the game. Holy smokes, this is hard to get through. Oh, great. That's who I needed. Let me try one more thing real quick before I call it. I'm just going to turn some of the settings down. We'll see if that helps here. I don't know if it will. But man, I'm not sure what's going on. All right. Let's see here. It's going to look bad for a second, so apologize there. That's okay, though. I'm just changing some settings. I know you can't see. It just kind of looks like I'm moving some stuff around. Yeah, it is. I'm not sure. You know, obviously my GPU is just struggling. It might be hot. I mean, let me check MSI real quick. Let me check this. It is kind of warm in this room. 49 degrees. Okay, interesting. No. So it may be. I mean, it seems pretty cool. I'll do that. Yeah, OBS could just be eating resources. There is a glitch. There is a known glitch where OBS just like eats resources and you've got to go reset everything. It's possible I'm getting hit with that. I was on a stream yesterday listening in. They got hit with it. So maybe it's something to do with the new update. Yeah, I didn't think so. So maybe there actually was just an update on OBS too. So it's possible the new update is just eating more resources and people are having problems with it. So that's all right. We'll see what happens. I do want to test this because I think we're to the point where it looks pretty good. If I can't test it, that's kind of annoying. Oh, I got you. And I've been a little bit hard on it, so I think that's probably fine. Well, I can't even load my game now. I may roll back my OBS update. I don't know if you can do that. Yeah, I do think this may be the OBS update. I don't know if other people are having problems. I did see at least one of the streamers I'm watching was having issues yesterday. They had to restart OBS about an hour into their stream. We're at an hour and a half. So actually, I think theirs was right at an hour and a half. So OBS could be just the new update could be an issue. Yeah, now I can't even open my game. Try this one more time. If I can't, then what I'll do is I'll probably close OBS. If that fixes it, I'll make a short. So if people want to see kind of the what that animation looks like, they can. And then I should be streaming tomorrow. I'll try to get it worked out by then. I'll see what's going on. I'm assuming it's some sort of OBS thing. I could probably change some of my settings here on OBS to at least kind of limp by. And I'll do some Googling. If I'm having problems, other people are probably having problems as well. Yeah, I can't even open my game anymore. All right, give me one chance to try something out here. I can't make changes in OBS too much. I guess I can change this. Let's see if that helps. I change my bit rate down quite a bit. We'll see what happens. Okay. Let me go check this out. That's weird. All right. Let's see if that fixes it. Here we go. Hey, that looks like it fixed it. It might be worse than the CrowdStrike update. Yeah, for sure. That fixed it though. I mean, look how buttery smooth. Okay. So yeah, I capped it at 5,000 kilobits per second. And so it is an OBS problem, it looks like. Oh yeah, that's like buttery smooth. Yeah, that's golden like a pack of peppers. All right, let's check. Yeah, looks great. Oh, that's a little delayed. Okay. So that's obviously not the right point. All right, that's way too late. So I do want it here. I may have to pass. They very well could have something, yeah. So let me see. So when I am casting a spell, this is where I think I would want it to cast, right? Do I omit any sort of attacked target? Okay. Oh, wait. That's where I'm currently at? Let me see. So attacked target, where do I send that to? Nowhere from here. Let me see if casting is getting it. Attack complete. Okay, I also need attacked target. Attack target, and then I'll do spawn bidders. Okay, so I can't quite do that. Oh, I can. Yeah, I can. Attacked target. What is attacked target output? Attacked target outputs nothing, but I can make it output something. So what I can do, yeah, emit current magic. Okay, and I could say current magic dot. Well, other things are using this is the problem. How am I doing that? Okay, so I think that's okay. I think what I can do though is just say cast magic. This is no longer cells. This is just cast magic or current magic. I'll say magic spell. It's fine. Okay, and then I could say var cells equals magic spell dot target cells. Let's see if that works. I'm worried I might break other things with the attacked target. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why I can emit it without any sort of input. I'll get the error. It'll tell me in a very clean error, hey, don't do that. Yeah, that's way smoother. I don't know what the problem was, but it's fine. Something happened. Something that I didn't like. Night and day difference. All right, let's check. That looks pretty decent. Okay. It's not finishing. So I broke it. Oh, you know why? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so if I look here, this is going to tell me what I broke and where. Okay, so just player magic, confirm attack. Error calling attack complete. Okay. Wait a second. I clearly did attack target there. No, I had it like set to 7,000 bit rate. So it wasn't trying to be infinite, it was just doing 7,000, but I guess 7,000 were too many bits for my GPU. I never had a problem before. I think potentially just, I don't know, man. GPU issues. Ultimately, though, this looks pretty good. Okay, I'm going to do this real quick one more time. I'm going to call it a success. So what I'll do in the future is for like each of these, like each of the spells essentially needs their own texture. Probably their own like flip book. Yeah, it looks so much better. And so I'll save as part of the spell, right? I'll save what the thing is. I should try setting it over 9,000. That was the secret here. I mean, I don't know why it did it twice. That was strange. There was like a little delay. Let's look at that again. But it's looking pretty good. Let's see if it goes back over. Okay, ends. And oh, I didn't do it twice. It was just the camera moving, I think. Maybe. It probably is too much fire, maybe. I can also have it set like depending on the strength of the fire. Dang it, why does she always go? Okay. 1 second. Does you know what? Okay, I was gonna make sure attacked target didn't include melee. It doesn't, we're good. I don't think it looped through it twice. Cause like it only hits, it does. Well, no, it's an if statement. Man. This monitor, I don't know what's up with it. Yeah, it's an if statement, so it should only hit this attack target one time. I kind of want to set it to not. Man, I think, oh, you know what? There's a setting on here that loops through all of the cameras. This is a stupid setting. I mean, it's probably not. It's probably a good setting. You can't see it. My monitor kept getting off my son's camera, going to no camera. Motorola, man. All right, let me see the order here. I think this will let me see it just the first time based on order. So I should cast it after. Let's see. So I'm casting it after Ember, but before Arya. So it should let me see it in its entirety. Let's see what happens. Okay. Yeah, it's just once. I think that looks pretty decent. And there's a couple things we could do to play with it if we wanted. So let's see. Real quick, let me turn it on and turn off one shot. So a couple things we could do. We could try some of the rotational velocity here. It kind of goes in a circle now. I don't think I like that. Could be solar winds. Very well could be. Very well could be. OBS might just be impacted by solar winds. Radial acceleration. I don't think. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Tangential. I don't think that changes too much. Oh, my monitor. Yeah. Oh, gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, I'm almost here. I can change this too. Yeah, I'm almost positive it looped through twice, but apparently not. That helps. You know, and I can have it set different colors here, which is pretty cool. Yeah, your comments are just a little delayed, but no big deal. I have the same problem when I stream, when I am on mobile, so I get it. Let's see if I did add some variation in the animation, does it help? I think it looks pretty good. Turbulence. Something like that's kind of cool-ish. I'm not sure. It probably looks cooler just like that. Yeah, there's not really. Let's see, I could do some hue variation. Interesting. Ooh, that's interesting. Huh. A fade so it just doesn't disappear off the top. Yeah, there is. There is. Well, how do I do that? I'm trying to remember here. What I need to do is display some transparent flip book. Oh, so it like fades out. I think you can do the, oh, you know what? It's the color hue. What I would do is I would say alpha curve, new curve, new curve. I could adjust this. So it should kind of fade out now. Is that fading out? Let's see. Let's turn this off and on and see what happens. So on. Yeah, it's fading out. What do you think? Is that better? Maybe slide that back. Well, I don't want to make it shorter necessarily. Okay, yeah. Off, on. I could also color ramp this. And do like a... I think I'd do it opposite. I think I'd go pure white. Oh, interesting. All right, and then maybe go like